Yo, what's up everybody? OJ here. Welcome back to another Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition video, and this one might be one of our best ones yet because we're going to be showing off some brand new concept art in addition to screenshots straight from the horse's mouth. The gods over there at Monolith Soft, they have shown off some new screenshots. We've got some comparisons with side by side with the new Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition and the original Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii. Man, this is actually some really cool stuff. But first and foremost, we are going to go over some of these shots with Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, starting off with Rhine time. You know what time it is. It is Rhine time. It's always Rhine time here on PlayerEssence. And we've got some new concept art for Rhine in addition to some screenshots as well from near the beginning of the game. So here's what I like about this. The design is very faithful to what we've seen before. Looking at this concept art right here, it looks good. Rhine has his normal armor and gear on, looking big and burly, and he looks great. Finally with a normal face. I'm trying to keep it together here, guys, but finally with a normal face, not looking so pasty and a bit scaly and dry. You know, that's what I love about this remake, right? Remake, is it? Or it's just a port? No? What? What is this? I love this about it because the concept art actually coincides with the in-game models. It looks absolutely beautiful. Looks absolutely beautiful. We're checking out some of these screenshots here. We have Rhine with Shulk. Their hair just looks a lot better. The skin texture looks so much better. Just the atmosphere and the world is just coming alive on the Nintendo Switch. This was a big undertaking for them. I don't think this was something that was simple or easy for them to do. Otherwise, Nintendo would not have left off the Nintendo Direct with it. And it's getting some huge promotion. They're starting to roll out more of the content. We're getting almost to May here, so I can see what the official Xenoblade Twitter account is doing, because that's where these shots come from. Now, we are going to show off some comparisons as well that I do have here for you guys, which will be scene by scene comparison. I'm not going to go through each one and kind of break down what it is there. You guys will just be seeing various shots throughout this as I talk about Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition and go over some other news that we did recently get. So it's looking very good for Rhine. It's definitely Rhine time here on PlayerEssence. Now let's go ahead and move on to this next one here. We also have Fiora, who's looking as beautiful as always. And check this out, man. We got some new shots with her in this scene that she's sitting down here. Then we have another one as well where she's with Shulk. This is from the beginning of the game. Shulk's looking fantastic. Fiora's looking great. The atmosphere is looking great, and they are capturing the full essence of this remake or of this re-release on the Nintendo Switch. It is great to see some new shots of Fiora. She's looking really cool. Great to see Shulk, the glistening of the hair and actually having a non-dry and mug or smug looking face, a smug looking face of Shulk's. It's really just brought to life. This is how I think Xenoblade, you know, should look. And I think that so many people are going to be more interested in this game this time around than what they did with the new Nintendo 3DS and with the Wii, just because those graphics on the Wii could be very scaly and a bit rough on a big HD TV, and of course on the new Nintendo 3DS. Oh man, like I bought the game, but man, sometimes it looked like Minecraft Xenoblade Edition with some of those models on there. It was a miracle that game even got on that system, but you guys know what I'm talking about when I talk about like blurry and blocky. Yeah, it was that. Alright guys, and as I was editing the freaking video, of course the Xenoblade Twitter account put up a little bit more for us, so I wanted to add this one in as well. They actually have Dunban in here too, and man is he looking absolutely great here. Just wanted to say, love the new art, love the new look. Still it retains that same slick style, but still just as awesome as ever, man. So I've got to make sure that I get this in here. The former Monado wielder here looking very good as well. We also got another one here of my girl, Charla, looking absolutely spectacular as well, just like Fiora's looking. You know I love my healers in my games. You know I love my female healers, and Charla is looking so good. We got the new render right here looking nice. We got Charla with her brother, got the black hair going, and we have her looking pretty fierce with this ether cannon gun, that sniper rifle right there pointed at the screen, looking great like always. All of these picks look good so far here, man. I am blown away by the upgrades and additions to this game. But now we also have the last one here, my boy Shulk, right? And he's just looking so good. You guys are seeing some of these comparison shots here. It's obviously a new model. Like, it's pretty clear that that is not the same model that we got before. It's not just the model ported over to look better, like as if it was Dolphin emulator 1080p. They definitely reconstructed this whole model. Shulk looks 10 times better. Should I say 10? Should I say 20? Should I just say a lot times better than what he looked before? It is really night and day. Then we have another shot of Shulk looking absolutely amazing on here as well. I'm loving what they're doing with the art direction of this game, what they do, like the anime aesthetic and the style, just looking very sleek, looking very good. Very happy with this here, and like I said, you guys are seeing some of these comparisons, so you guys can make the determination yourself. This is very, very good, and the marketing ramping up for Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, and I think that this game, which many people don't really give it that much of a chance, right? Because they're looking at, oh, well, Xenoblade, it's not as big as some of the other ones, but I talked about this just a little bit ago. I talked about how Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, this is its opportunity. I think this is its shot to really kind of jump up into that 2.5 to 3 million range quick, right? So usually what we get with Xenoblade games, it takes a while for them to really start going and start cooking in terms of sales. I think Xenoblade Chronicles 2, so far it's at like 1.7 million. That's the last time that we heard about it. Obviously, it was a while ago since we heard about the sales of this game. So I'm guessing with Torn of the Golden Country, they're in the 2 million range or so. This is the opportunity because now we have 50 million plus Nintendo Switch systems out there. We have Nintendo Switch Lite that's killing it. We have Switches selling out pretty much everywhere. Apparently there's restocks. My brother sent me pictures of restocks at Walmart for the Switch Lite. It's coming at a good time as more people are picking up games, stuff like Trials of Mana. There's other games like Animal Crossing that are helping bump things up quite a bit. And then we're gonna roll right into May with all these big games like BioShock, and also with Xenoblade, and with XCOM, and with Borderlands. All these games coming out at the end of May. So it's a very good time for people to be picking up Switch, and for a game like Xenoblade to be launching alongside all these other huge adventures. It's just going to get more people interested in the Switch, get more people interested in these type of games, and I think that Xenoblade is finally going to get the attention that it deserves. People are really looking at this a little bit different, and this is where maybe this turns into that major franchise for Nintendo where they break through that 2.5 million or so right off the back, right? So quick selling games right off the bat get to 2.5 to 3 million. This might be it. This game is going to review extremely high, guys. The original reviewed at 91 or 92 on Metacritic, I think a 92 or so. This is looking to be everything the original game was and then more, because of the future connected epilogue that's built right into the game. Don't gotta pay any extra for it. Obviously the HD graphics are looking a lot better and a lot smoother. Plus there's going to be various gameplay fixes and updates that actually held back the other game outside of the graphics in terms of the, I would say, like item progression, or not item progression, but more like the UI, right? The menus and kind of how you did things, how you tracked quests and all that stuff. That's all been revamped so much in this game to be cleaner, better looking, easier to navigate. This game is going to do extremely well, and people are going to be paying attention to this game. Now, another thing that I wanted to mention is that Nintendo also, if you missed the news, Nintendo put out a tweet saying that there will be dual soundtracks, right? So you can listen to the remastered soundtracks that are kind of getting snippets on Twitter, and you can also listen to the original. So if you don't like the remastered tracks where they add in extra riffs here and there, kind of change some of the tunes and the instrument playing, you can actually change it back to the original. So the original music is one of the best soundtracks of all time, in my opinion. I still listen to the original soundtrack. If you watch my live streams, we play Xenoblade Chronicles music all the time. I love Engage the Enemy, Colony 9, all these different themes that have just been around for a decade plus, right, since the original release of the game. But now we have these remastered ones, so you can listen to it remastered or not. Either way, that's really good that they're adding in that option there, because I have heard a few people say, well, I'm not sure if I like the remastered tracks. Well, don't worry about it. You've got both of them in there. So I'm very excited about that as well. And for those who are new to the Xenoblade franchise, because this will be many of you guys' first Xenoblade experience, do not be intimidated by the world, the size, what you see, and all of that. Do not be intimidated. It is a game, especially with this remake that they're doing, with this re-release on Switch, that they're going to clean up a lot of things. They're going to make things a bit easier for you to navigate. They're going to clean up the UI. It's not going to be as in-depth, and Xenoblade has one of the systems to where, yes, there's a lot of depth within the combat system and everything like that, but compared to Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is nowhere near as complex because you don't have a blade system and switching out, or even like Torn of the Golden Country where you're moving back and forth, switching between like a Vanguard system. You don't even have that in this one. This one's much cleaner, much more straightforward. There's definitely some depth in terms of what you can learn and the arts and the combat and the skills and everything like that, but they will kind of ease you in and let you know with tutorials and get you going there. So don't worry too much about that, guys. This is a huge RPG that many of you guys are definitely going to be interested in, and it's like a hybrid. It's like a mix, right? You can take like an MMO style, some people kind of relate it to that. You have some action RPG elements all across the board. It's pretty much an action RPG. You know, you have some other things in terms of combat wise that they do differently. It's a really unique type of game that there's no other game that kind of plays like it. Some people related it to maybe Final Fantasy 12, for example, or even like 14, but it really, at the end of the day, doesn't play like those games either. It's its own unique thing, and that's why it has such a niche, but at the same time, growing fan base. Heck, I wouldn't even call it niche because Nintendo sold millions and millions of copies of the Xenoblade franchise. So it's growing and growing, and this to me is going to be the breakout game that gets way more people interested in it. It's finally the right atmosphere for Xenoblade. I said this back when Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was releasing, and people were worried about how that game would do, considering how Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Wii U, that was before we really got the blockbuster huge sales. The Switch had not surpassed the Wii U total, but it was already well on its way to surpassing it. But now we have way more systems, literally 5 times plus the systems than we had when Xenoblade Chronicles 2 launched on the Nintendo Switch back in 2017. This game is the better rated game, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Definitely looks so good. So I think this is the opportunity, this is the chance that Xenoblade is going to take in order to get into that next echelon of Nintendo games when it comes to sales, because we haven't had a base Xenoblade game top 2 million units that have been confirmed ever. And this, I think, will be the first one. So that should be exciting for all Xenoblade and Monolith Soft fans out there. So what are you guys' thoughts on all this information here, guys? These new screenshots, what's going on? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Check out the link in the description. We've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you for the next one. Peace.